Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. The Ukrainians announced that now they start deoccupying the Oblast Luhansk. How about that? The counteroffensive of the Ukrainian army seems to have produced results, and the Ukrainian advancements towards east are, seem to be fruitful. So let's see. This article, I have two articles, one coming from Ukrainska Pravda and the other one from Ukrinform. I will start with Ukrinform because it's the same thing. Actually, they say the same thing here. So it says one of the articles is from today, both of them are from today, the October 5th, 2022. Ukrainian armed forces liberate several settlements in Luhansk Oblast. And that's one, and the other one is the other title is Governor Haidai officially announces beginning of deoccupation of Luhansk region. Now I don't want to, but I will actually talk about why would this be possible, and I think there's three options, but let's read the article and see what these guys are saying. The occupation of Luhansk region has begun. Several settlements in the region have been already liberated from the Russian army. And I'm quoting, well, now it's official. The occupation of Luhansk region has begun. Several settlements have already been liberated from the Russian army, and the armed forces of Ukraine are already raising the Ukrainian flags there. Serhiy Haidai, head of the Luhansk region military administration, posted on Telegram. He noted that the occupation of the region would go on. Haidai thanked the Ukrainian military, and I'm quoting, I thank our armed forces for wonderful news. Let's help them, don't get tired, we believe in our victory. Luhansk region is Ukraine, it has been and will be so. Carry on. Since when? As reported, the offensive of Ukrainian army continues in eastern direction, and from the side of Donetsk region, the armed forces of Ukraine are liberating the Ukrainian settlements occupied by Russian troops. And these are the news with what's going on over there. Now, three options on that. First, maybe more, but I will see the three main ones. First, Ukrainian army doing a great job and overwhelming the Russian army. Second, Russian army doing a poor job, therefore the Ukrainian army is able to do what it does. And the third one is an orchestrated retreat of the Russians. Why? To create space for possible tactical nuclear weapons used. That means, hey guys, pull back, leave them come. They are on our territory now because Putin signed signed the accession of the 4 territories in law. So that means it's done from the Russian perspective. That means those territories became Russian territory with all the requirements and all the military, how should I put it, the constitution, the Russian constitution takes effect over there. So they will defend those territories even with nuclear weapons if necessary. That's what they said. All means necessary, all our the power, strength of our armed forces. So what's going to happen now? So they say, well, pull back, we create this buffer zone, these guys come over, they're considered by our law on our territory invaders. Why should we waste more lives like Truman, right, with the atomic bombs, 2 of them, bomb them, and then what? Well, do you think the Western countries will move? I think they will move their mouths, I think, but I don't think they'll move anything. But they might say, well, we're going to move this, another move that could done. They could use. There's a lot of armies, NATO armies in Poland, Lithuania, and they would probably move in militarily. They will move in and say, if Russia attacks them, then we will consider it a war. Now, how would Russia counter that? I guess it's just going to reinforce its positions. I do not think the Americans said that NATO will blow up blow up all the Russian troops in Ukraine? I don't think so. If the United States actively attacks these guys, the Russians, I think they're going to use, that's my assessment, I think they're going to use the nuclear arsenal in a second, because they know they have no chance of winning against the Western forces in a conventional war. And why am I saying that? First is the economic and the output power of the Western countries. They will have more ammunition, they will have more resources in this respect. So I don't think the Russians will use conventional forces to fend off, how do you call them, NATO troops. So we're going to get to nuclear weapons sooner or later, because Russia can't win unless it does a, how should I put it, a general mobilization, 20 million people, at least. But imagine what is 20 million people on the front, how many resources you have to use. Just food. I'm not talking about ammunition, just food for 20 million being on the front. And do you think the West is going to say, yeah, okay, you're good, yeah, let's see what happens next? No, the Western countries will use any pretext to bring, they don't have to use a pretext, like a logical pretext. They can make one, or say, oh, that's the pretext, we're coming in. Bring their armies in Ukraine, officially, because I think they are over there already. But to officially, or in front of the idiots of the public opinion, you know, we have a lot of idiots among us, and they vote and all that. So that's why mass democracy doesn't really hit the spot, let's put it nicely. That's why Socrates / Plato was against that. You might do some reading about that. If you didn't, you can use YouTube and you can find some very nice explanations of Plato's take on democracy in Socrates' name. So you can do that, and then they will just come in and for the public opinion, let's put it, the Americans and all these guys will provide with a justification, and the justification will be flimsy. You can work with a lie. But it doesn't matter if it's going to be flimsy and like I'm in prison right now. Flimsy or not, they will take it, because these idiots take anything. I mean, they take so many things that you can't even believe. But this is what you do with 40% of a population that is below 86 IQ. Studies say, not me, and 86 IQ and below are considered. All right, so just do 2 clicks and you find out. Now, what will happen with this? The Ukrainians, they move on. Okay, move on. What the Russians are going to do? I don't think they're going to use those 200,000 that they say they already recruited to push them back. Why? Because they face, Putin and his team faces backlash, according to the Western countries' media. I don't know if that's really what it is. People fleeing Russia for being conscripted over there, mass demonstrations and all that. You don't want to create more of that, so you don't want more human losses. Therefore, you're not going to provide the front with 200,000 people that could, will some of them lose their lives, and then you have a bad press in your country. So maybe you're gonna use the least energy solution, which is like Truman. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.